With September approaching pretty quickly, I thought that I would give my list of the Yu-Gi-Oh! 2012 September ban predictions. I know that someone leaked an official list, but it was proven false because it had like Sinister Serpent on it, and they said that that card would never, ever, ever, ever come back. That card is broken. But so I'm going to start with, I'm going to list a whole bunch of cards that I see people want banned, and then I'm going to put ones that I have that I think should get banned, and a lot of them share the same, but for banned cards, two ones that I want to see are Wind Up Hunter and Morphing Jar. If we've learned anything, Konami hates loops, and I really feel that those two are going to be on the list. Wind Up Hunter, the Wind Up loop, which eliminates your opponent's hand. And then we got Morphing Jar, which is the Empty Jar loop. And we all know that Konami hates loops. Look at cards that they banned in the past. I was going to say Spore. Substitute. They banned Substitute because of the frog loop. Yada Garasu. They banned that because of the Yada lock. Was there anything else that I had here? They banned Exchange of the Spirit because that one also had a loop to it too, where you could where was it? You essentially draw your whole. There's one card where if you discard it gets discarded. You draw. It's some Dark Warrior. You discard it. You could activate for that turn. You could activate trap cards from your hand, and you just draw out your entire deck. Play Exchange of the Spirit. Pass the turn, then your opponent just decks out. So I think they're really just going to get rid of those two cards because they are kind of problematic. But two cards everyone else wants to see banned is Future Fusion and Pot of Avarice. I can see Future Fusion because with Chimera Tech Overdragon, it creates for Chaos Dragons, which is huge now. It creates all those. It's Chaos Dragon fuel, and then you got Five-Headed Dragon too, which is also run in the Chaos decks. So, yeah, I think I could see Future Fusion getting banned because even at one, it's still way too powerful. Another one that people want to see banned is Pot of Avarice, and I could see that getting banned because you recycle 5 monsters into your deck, and then, or extra deck if you just choose a Synchro Xyz monsters, and then you draw 2 cards. So it's a very, very light soft reset. It's not as bad as what Fiber Jar or Morphing Jar do, but I could see those getting banned. Now for Limited, I and a lot of other people want to see Tour Guide from the Underworld limited to 1. It's broken as hell. It's worse than Reborn Tengu. Normal summon Tour Guide, special summon a copy itself, exceeds for a rank 3. And a lot of the rank 3 monsters are overpowered as shit. They are overpowered. And also with Tour Bus, and I hear that people don't run it, but I think if they limit Tour Guide to at least 1, people start running Tour Buses because what does Tour Bus do? It can recycle Tour Guide back into the deck so it can be used. So if you have 3 Tour Guides and 3 Tour Buses, you can effectively use Tour Guide's effect 4 times. What else is right here? And also, Rescue Rabbit too, because also easy summoning for Dulka and Lagia. And people who usually run Dino Rabbit are also who run 3 Rescue Rabbits, run 3 Tour Guides. And so that's really kind of unbalanced right there. And it makes the summoning of these monsters, these powerful Xyz monsters, so unbelievably easy. I mean, it's redurpulous. That's how it is. You just go derp, 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 and you could get them all out, get a whole bunch of powerful Xyz monsters out on like your first turn. That's ridiculous. One card, and the reason why I say they would limit those is because a lot of people want to see certain extra deck monsters to be banned or limited. That's not going to happen. If you look at Konami's advanced format list, how many cards that are extra deck monsters, how many of them are banned? Well, we have Thousand Eyes Restrict, Darkstrike Fighter, Goyo Guardian, and Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. That's 4 cards that are banned, that are extra decks. Because Konami will only ban them if the cards are truly broken and are incredibly easy to summon. Look at their limited list. They have Brionac, Formula Synchron, Legendary 6 Samurai Shien, and a lot of people want to see that go to 2, and I don't think that's going to happen. And TG Hyper Librarian. Those are balanced at 1. So, and those are the only ones that are limited to 1. Oh, still 4. And we have semi-limited Duloran. We only have 2 of him. They, as you can see, they do not touch the extra deck as much as people want them to. But another card that I want to see banned, or at least limited, is Evil Sword Dalka. This card is so broken. I could see Logia. Logia, you remove 2 Xyz materials. Guess what happens? That whatever summon it is going to be, it's going to negate the summon. Evil Sword Dalka. What was it? Logia is essentially a one-shot Solemn Judgment, or Solemn Warning, whichever. Dalka, you can negate the activation of an effect monster, and it's a quick effect too, so you can use it on your opponent's turn, and negate and destroy that monster. So and you can use that twice. That is extremely unbalanced. And having Rescue Rabbit in the deck with it, it's like, oh, you could summon 3 copies of Dalka easily. That's really unbalanced and just completely just negate anything that your opponent's going to do. So I think maybe if that's limited to 1, it'd be a little bit more balanced, because you can't. I know some people don't run 3, but the fact is that you can and negate a total of 6 monsters instead of a total of maybe 4 or 2. That's real. I think that's kind of unbalanced. Another one that people want to see limited, and I can understand this one as much as I don't want to see it, is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I could understand that going to 1 because of the Light Pulsar loop. It summons a Dragon-type monster from the hand or graveyard once per turn. Its summoning conditions is extremely easy. And it drives the Heretics, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, the Heretic Dragons. It drives Chaos Dragons. And also, with Super Dreadnought Cannon, like Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, it's fodder for that too. And you know, it's like, oh, you could essentially summon 2 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons easily in 1 turn. Some people are saying that they want to see Snatch Steal come back to 1. I could see it coming back, just because there's a lot of spell and trap removal in the game now. But a lot of people want to see Insector, Hornet, Dragonfly, and Centipede be limited to 1. I'll be honest, I don't know what they do. After the March 2011, the March 2012 ban list, when I saw how unbalanced that was, I just said I kind of just stopped for a while. So I'm not up to date on Insectors, unfortunately. A lot of people want to see Mystical Space Typhoon limited to 1, because you get 1 Heavy Storm, you get 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, and also some people are probably packing Night Beam as well. I really think that because a lot of people are complaining that there's too much back row removal, which, because there's no back row removal, there's a lot of one-turn kills being initiated because you can't protect yourself now because it's so easy to eliminate the back row. So I can understand that for game balance mechanics. A lot of people want to see Judgment Dragon banned to at least 2, but mostly they want to see 1. I can understand that that effect is pretty broken. And a lot of people want to see Ultimate Offering limited to 1 because of the extra normal summon for 500 life points. And especially with, was it Return of the Duelist? The one that's coming out now that has the Heroic Excalibur card. The one that's coming, that's after Galactic Overlord. because there's that one Xyz material that's going to essentially allow for gadgets to even be even more, you know, derplicious than they normally are. So I can understand that. Semi-limited. A lot of people want to see Light Pulsar Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon loop. Okay, I can understand. Some people want to see TG Striker and Agent of Mystery Earth to be at least be brought back as 2 because it was unjustly limited to 1. I understand that. And some people will actually want to see Mirror Force come to 2 because it doesn't get that much play. And it's also, they say it's a slow card and the format is just way too fast, so I could see that. Now, 2 cards that I want to see no longer on this list: Glow Up Bulb and Spore. Well, everyone wants to see Spore come back. Some people want to see Glow Up Bulb come back. Because, what did I write? Because a lot of people wanted, the reason why they banned Spore and Glow Up Bulb is because Konami wanted people to forget that Synchro Monsters ever existed. They want people to spend more money on packs. They want people to buy more or into Xyz monsters. So it was really kind of unfairly banned. And also, Glow Up Bulb and Spore, you can only use their effects 1 time. Even if you have 3, you can only use the effect of 1 once. As it says, you can only use the effect of Glow Up Bulb Spore once per duel. That is balanced. That is incredibly balanced. And also, I spent $50 on Glow Up Bulb, so I really kind of want to see. That's the most I've ever spent on the card, and I like to see it come back, actually. Especially because of the fact that my fix for my Jump Doppel deck works, but I used the Fabled Chawa, Fabled Lurie, and Unknown Synchron to substitute for Glow Up Bulb, Spore, and because those 2 were banned, Lone Flyer Blossom, because Lone Flyer Blossom was essentially useless without Glow Up Bulb and Spore, so I'd like to see those cards come back. And also, Glow Up Bulb and Spore can help Xyz monsters as well. Spore will, I know it's a level 1, but remove a plant, and then it gains that level. So if it's a level 1 and you remove a level 3, it's now level 4. You could summon for a rank 4 Xyz. Glow Up Bulb. I think that should really come back for the fact that, yeah, you can only use it once, but it's also level 1. All rank 1 Xyz monsters require 3 monsters. So it makes getting a rank 1 Xyz monsters a little bit easier to get out. A lot of people also want to see Marshmallow get become unlimited, and I can understand why. No one uses it. Who uses Marshmallow? Like, no one. Unless you got like a ban, especially because also Spirit Reaper is back to unlimited now too, so I could see that. Some people didn't want to see Doom Caliber Knight go to 1 or go to 2, but I don't know what Doom Caliber Knight does. I had it once and traded it off immediately, so I don't remember. These cards that people want to see banned and are not going to get banned. I don't think these cards will ever get banned. Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. It's not broken. You can only use 1 of the effects once per turn. Yes, it can remove face-down monsters too, but it comes at a sacrifice. Do I want to remove the monster, or do I want to destroy the monster and get the chance to attack with it again? So that's kind of balanced. Also, you kind of have to run your deck kind of in that Chaos format, and I know this card is a staple in Chaos decks. So, and I know a lot of people are running Chaos Dragons, but I don't think it's as broken as people think that it is. People want to see Brionac, the Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Brionac, I don't care how it's pronounced. I think it's pronounced Brionac. Synchros just are almost officially, officially not even relevant anymore, especially with the banning of Glow Bulb and Spore. So, who cares? It's good. It's good at 1. So, I don't think it needs to be banned. People are probably just mad because, like, oh, you can... Because the thing is, you have to discard cards to bounce cards. Like, discard a card, and you can return a monster on the field to the hand. You're only, and yeah, you could use it as many times during your turn as you want, but you're gonna seriously lose the hand advantage, because if you have 6 cards and you use those 6 cards to bounce all your opponent's cards back to their hand, you're at a huge disadvantage. Monster Reborn, people want to see that banned. However, to me, I don't think there's that many. Monster Reborn is, they say it's like, oh, it's a game-winning card. Yeah, it is, but it's mainly a game-changer card. If you're losing, or if you're going to go in for, if you're losing and you pull that card, you could at least, you know, save yourself for another turn. But, or if, essentially, if you just want to do overkill, you can kill your opponent with that. But I don't think that's going to get banned. Because I just don't think there's that many, and a lot of people say they want to ban 2 because there's 3 Call of the Haunteds now, which I personally think that's way overbalanced. I would actually like to see Call of the Haunted go back to 1. Even when I saw it go to 2, I said, no, that's stupid. But that's when they were adding more spell and trap removal. 2 cards that other people want to see banned, but I know that are not going to get banned: Wind Up Zen Mines and Wind Up Zen Mighty. Only because of the fact that, as I said earlier, Konami has a habit of not banning or limiting extra deck cards because they just don't. They'd rather get rid of the effect monsters, the magic card, the spell cards, or the trap cards that will lead up to those extra deck monsters being summoned. They will get rid of those first before they touch the extra deck cards. I mean, I can understand with Zen Mines. I mean, it prevents itself from being destroyed by removing its material and then destroying one of your a card on the field. And same thing with Zen Mighty. It's like you can special summon wind up monsters. So I can understand people wanting that to get banned, but that's not going to happen. They'll ban the cards that will essentially derp into them first. And these are cards that people want to come back, but are not coming back. Dark Magician of Chaos. People want to see that come back because it was reprinted in the Battle Pack 1. No, it's not going to come back. The reason why it's not going to come back is because of Monster Reborn. Now, if they ban, Now, if they ban Monster Reborn and then bring back Dark Magician of Chaos, yeah, that's fine. But I don't think they're going to ban Monster Reborn. I think it's good for the format. But Dark Magician of Chaos, as long as Monster Reborn is in there, it's not coming back, because you can essentially just special summon, get back Monster Reborn, special summon their Dark Magician of Chaos, get back your Monster Reborn. And that's really unbalanced. So Dark Magician Chaos is not coming back. Tribe Infecting Virus. No, that's not coming back. It's not. A lot of people want to see that come back, and I don't think it's coming back. Basically, it's a dark hole that targets monster types. And in the format now, there's people who have mixed decks that are mixed. So, like, some people play like Dino Rabbit and all that other stuff. That's a mixed deck. A lot of decks are mixed, so it's not going to. It wouldn't even be effective. So I don't think it's going to come back. And a lot of people want to see Witch of the Black Forest come back. No, it's not. It's not coming back, because guess what's going to happen? Monarchs will be the dominant deck again. It's not coming back. A lot of people want to see Sangan be banned too, but I don't think that's going to happen. It could happen, actually, if they don't limit Tour Guide, because then Sangan's really kind of the searcher for Tour Guide, but I think they're going to do something to Tour Guide. And anybody who says that they're not going to touch Tour Guide because they don't touch TCG exclusive monsters, yes, they do. They did it to Reborn Tengu, so it doesn't matter. It just does not matter at this point in time. Konami's not afraid to touch TCG exclusives. But that's my ban list. That's my ban list predictions for the Yu-Gi-Oh! 2012 September list. But if there's any cards that you think that should come back, any cards that you think that should be fixed, or banned, or whatever, leave a comment below. I'd like to see your opinion on those.